So welcome everyone to the Songbirds live stream. This is Matt's job. What am I
Oh yeah,
doing?
it is my job. Are we going? My job. I saw one songbird we haven't seen in a while entering the Zoom. Welcome, Shah.
Yay!
Definite high quality songbird for sure.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
this is the songbird event. Emily stole my reveal, I guess. Songbirds
So
event is
excited.
we are already on our fourth MixterPlus event. Can you believe that? We had Dreaming Together, Soundtracks, Circle of Seasons, and now Songbirds. Um, Largely inspired by one, we always just kind of wanted to do this, and two, we had a functionality poll, and one of the top getters of votes in the functionality poll was we'd like to be able to upload lyrics. So we kind of took that request as an opportunity to launch an event around the creation of fully fledged pop songs, whatever kind of songs, but songs with lyrics. So if you're just a writer, this event goes really dear to my heart because I'm primarily a writer and not a musician. So one of my first ccMixter uploads was me trying to upload lyrics with no audio. So now I finally get the event of my dreams here, and we're going to do that for about 2 weeks. We're going to upload lyrics, but I'll let Emily go into the details about the schedule and what inspired this and everything. We're glad everyone on Zoom and or YouTube live stream was able to come by and say hello. As always, you can raise your hand, ask questions during the if you're on Zoom, put something in chat is fine. Otherwise, we'll just let Emily go ahead. You ready?
Yes, as we typically do with these live streams is we start with a video that we featured on our MixterPlus YouTube channel, and encouraging all of you, if you make a remix and or YouTube video featuring MixterPlus music, let us know. Send us the URL and we will feature it on the MixterPlus YouTube channel. So our own beloved Sack Joe 22 made this really cool YouTube video from a mix from our most recent MixterPlus event. So we're going to start with that while we wait for everyone else to join. So enjoy the magic of MixterPlus. It's all about the music, right? I almost forgot not to do it in stereo. So here we go. And this is called Hexagram 29 Dark Waters. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks to SacJo22 for her beautiful voice and the music. So I am somewhere. I have another song playing. Forgive me.
We need to shout out a couple of our newbies here. I see Michelle
Yeah.
Noel is here. Michelle joined just a couple weeks ago at ccMixter. Great to have people jumping in with both feet, coming to Zoom calls just barely after entering the community. That's great. Also, almost none of you know Harrison Kane. He's a helper who's been working with me a little bit on the tech side of things. So Harrison is new to most of you. And that's all I have to say right now. A little happy welcome to those new people.
So Matt mentioned that we're kicking off our Songbirds event, and we've been meaning to do what Victor referred to as a Pell drive for quite a long time. So some of you know who Victor Stone is, 4 Stones at ccMixter. He was the original architect of ccMixter, the code, the most of the concepts, and he said, and I think Jason's going to talk a little bit about his memoir later, but in his memoir and on many of our discussions, he said that pells are the foundation of ccMixter. And of course, that's, maybe we could say a lot of things are our foundation, but they're definitely an important part of our foundation. If you think about what maybe perhaps makes us unique compared to other music communities, one is that everything is a collaboration. And 2, that singer-songwriters share their voices, their lyrics, poets, storytellers, they share one of the most intimate parts of their art, their voice and their words. Of course, our guitar parts and our piano parts are also very personal to us. But for this particular event, we're going to focus on the voice. And part of the reason we're doing that is because we know that people outside of our community come to ccMixter often to find voices, to find songs, to find spoken word that they can create and share beyond our community. So we want to, at MixterPlus, start building that library. At MixterPlus, we've done some really amazing previous events. And so now it's time to build that the vocal part of what we're doing. And just to give you some perspective, so I want to share with you just some things about ccMixter. So some of you may know this page, ccMixter.org/stats. And one of the most interesting things about these stats are the most remixed acapellas. And if you look at Triphonic, holds the number 1 spot, number 2 spot, and number 3 spot with SacJo and the White Cube next. And I remember one of the first things that brought me to ccMixter was Triphonic and one of their remixes that Jason Brock brought me to ccMixter, Spinningmerkaba. Thank you so much. And his daughters played for me this song. Jason had made a mix of his favorite ccMixter tracks, and this acapella, various different mixes of this acapella were on that particular mixtape, if you will. Look at how many times this pell has been remixed. And it's in mixes outside of our community, but these are all mixes inside the community. And it's a great way to go back and revisit our history, to look at this pell and all the places it's gone and how important pells are to ccMixter. So the pell that really, whoops, not that one, that really got my attention, and that was the favorite of Cassini Bianca, is this Laswell mix. And he had uploaded it probably in 2005 and somehow accidentally pulled it. So in 2014, he put it back up. And Drunk in a Smoky Bar, Drinking an Imperial Porter Mix, which just the title itself is just freaking brilliant. So I'm going to play that for you at the end of my segment. But there are a couple of other things that I want to share with you. First, about my own experience and my pells on ccMixter. I am basically a singer-songwriter. I've learned how to become a producer and how to use a DAW. I didn't even know how to use a DAW until I came to ccMixter. And that's why if you hear the beginnings of my uploads, they are really horrible. And I didn't even know how to record my own pells. So my pells in the beginning are out of pitch and not even to a tempo grid. And that's part of the beauty of ccMixter, is that we develop one another. So I've come a long way since then. And an incredible thing that has happened for me with my pells by sharing my music. And the reason I'm sharing with you about my experience is that hopefully it will encourage you and who in our community and whoever else is watching this to share your voice, whether it's your poetry, your prose, your lyrics, your song with our community, because it receives so much love within the community, but then it travels to the most unexpected and unusual places. So wanted to share with you, I have this PO called Hot Core down below. I remixed, it was for Secret Mixter, and it was early on in 2010. And I got a message just randomly from this DJ in Holland saying, hey, would you mind re-recording that as hardcore and sending it to me? And I was like, this is all via email. Sure, no problem. So and then I didn't hear anything from him for a while. And then maybe 5 years later, I get this email from somebody. Did you know that that song is huge over here in the festival scene in Holland? And I just want to show you a little bit so you can see what happened.
But this has to be the ultimate tonight. Raise your hands up if you feel the same way. The same way. Come on.
Between sea and sky.
Right side, raise your hands up if you're ready to rock hard with us. Come on, raise them up. Left side, you feeling me? Put your hands up like this. Come on.
So that's pretty crazy to not know for like many years that that was happening across the globe from me. And then more and more DJs in Holland started remixing my pells. And this summer, for the first time, so this has been, years, over a decade in the making, I'm actually performing live with these DJs at DEF CON. 6 of the songs that we did together, and it would have never been possible if I hadn't shared my pells on ccMixter. Because that's how these great artists, incredible artists, they produce all the tracks, and then they DJ it, but it's all of their production work. And so that's just one possibility, that when you share your music here, one of the places that it can go that you least expect. So yeah, pretty crazy. So let me just stop sharing that because I want to share something else with you. The other thing that has happened, and I think this has happened with Kara and some other artists, and probably some of you here, is you'll have shared a pell and someone will ask, hey, I did a remix of this, I want to put it on an album, or it ends up in an art exhibit, or Susan's she brought us the entire Dream Conference from sort of these kinds of origins. So very exciting when you share your pells on ccMixter. It's a safe place to share no matter where you are in the journey. And Kara's going to talk about that, where you are in your recording journey. Like I was in the beginning, I was horrible. So without further ado, I want to just go back to sharing with you, so we could, because ccMixter and MixterPlus were all about the music, sharing with you that earlier track that I talked to you about, that first really excited me about sharing my songs, my pells, my spoken words on ccMixter, drunk in a smoky bar, drinking an Imperial Porter mix by Laswell featuring Triphonic. So turn it up and enjoy, because it is an amazing song. Here we go.
When you walked away, it was the saddest day that the world has known. Shattered my heart and left me with pieces of a broken home. Now you say you need me, standing at the door, asking if you can come in, and I can't say no, no, I can't say no. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be. We've been to hell, been burned by the flames of a pain so deep that even the strongest God in the heavens would kneel and weep. But here I lie, pressed against your skin, right where I wanna be. You're the sweetest sin. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Yeah, that's just that could have been like the biggest hit of the year, man. Yeah, great choice there, Emily.
I forgot
little-
to give attribution to Amelia June. So forgive me.
okay.
So Triphonic featuring Amelia June on the mic.
Yeah, that one's so good that it's almost like intimidating for a songwriter, because that's the level that they're accustomed to around here. But no, you don't have to be quite as good as that. You can still throw your stuff in the mix and see what happens. So speaking of jumping into the mix, I have to tell a story of a couple of my favorite songs ever. When I first joined ccMixter about 2009, I think I joined. I wasn't very active till 2011 or so. But two of my absolute favorite tracks from that era, when I discovered that ccMixter was my people, were a song called Mosquitoes and another one called Start Each Day with Love. Both of those were written by the next one we've got in line, Ms. Kara Square. Kara, what have you got to say?
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm blushing, and I was blushing during our meeting when we were preparing what to talk about, because I was asked to talk about writing lyrics and favorite lyrics and that sort of thing. So
You hated that idea so much,
I
didn't you?
hated this. Well, okay. So I thought initially, I'm like, really, I just write them, right? That's like, you don't, you know, it's rare that you think about your creative process. but then, I started to think about it. So I decided, yeah, I can, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I can give a actual answer, right? So I hope you don't mind to give that actual answer. I needed to like write it out. So I'm that kind of person. I need notes. So forgive me on that. But yeah, so sometimes words just come. They're inspired by something someone says or something that happens, news, movie, book, music. Some of my favorite lyricists are Loudon Wainwright III. I don't know if you know him. Everyone, well, most people know Dead Skunk, right? But he's written so much more than that. Melanie, who just passed away, and that broke my heart. She was a favorite of my mom's, actually, and she gave me a CD, and that inspired me greatly. Same with Joni Mitchell. I'd listened to my parents' album, their record of Blue, and Blue is largely why I became a songwriter. So Ani DeFranco influenced me so much too. But really, since that time in my life, the lyricists in this community have really inspired me more than outside of it, because you're where my ears have been. So thank you.
Huh?
Thank you for that. I mean, it's true. I mean, I can't even. Sometimes, I'll just get a line in my head and like with a melody, and I'll just sing it over and over and over until it becomes a song. And that usually happens if I'm like driving, and then I'll wait for a stoplight and I'll hit record on an app and record that little bit, right? I used to fill up notebooks with words, and I'll still bring a notebook if I go on a trip, but usually I really do write lyrics on a computer, or they'll start on a piece of paper or something, and then I transfer them to a computer so I can modify it. Let's see what else. Sometimes I'll just play chord progressions on my ukulele, and then words just kind of happen. They're inspired by that. But when I entered the Mixterverse, that's what we're calling ccMixter and MixterPlus, the Mixterverse, that was coined by Jason Spinningmerkaba. I love it, so I'm going to keep using it. So I joined ccMixter in 2010, and then suddenly I had this like whole new way to write lyrics. I'd just scroll through the samples until I found an instrumental that just pulled lyrics out of me. And then, all of our projects, the secret mixters and remix events, they've fueled my lyrics so much over the past like decade plus. There's just something amazing about having a topic or a set of parameters that really like pushes my lyrics to, it really into places that I'd never explore on my own. So I'm going to share a perfect example of that at the end of my talkity talk. So I was also asked, what are some of my favorite remixes of my lyrics? Well, really, I've been blown away by so many remixes on ccMixter so many times. I can't really pick specific tracks, but there are some musicians where if they remix me, I just like, I know I'm going to like it before I hit play. And that's like, excuse me, Pierre Peluche, Unreal DM, Stefan Kartenberg, Spec, Apoxode, Shavanta Kai. I didn't know you were going to be here, Heiko, and I'm so happy to see you. So yay. And I put you in here before you showed up. Let's see, what else? What else did I write? I wrote a lot of words. I totally lost. There we are. Okay, sorry. That's what happens if I ad lib. Okay, so something something that's really neat that happened, as a lyricist, something really cool is when someone does like a cover song of some of your lyrics. And that happened the first time ever to me when Admiral Bob did a cover of Truth and Fact. And like hearing him sing that track brought a whole new perspective to the lyrics. And I just think that's like this magical thing that happens. And like, I just remember feeling so honored that someone liked my words so much that they would sing them. That something felt really unique about that, So yeah, I'm still super grateful for that moment. And again, I wrote that before you were in the room, Richard. So thank you. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the event a little. So for this event, we're starting with lyrics. And if you're like me and you have like notebooks or file folders full of words, we highly encourage you to dig around and find some of the original gems that haven't yet seen the light. And mwic will share a new feature regarding lyrics on MixterPlus in just a little bit. So then I was asked to talk about the importance of quality recordings of pells and how to get the best recording and how important singing on pitch is. Okay, here we go. So the better you record your pell, the easier it is to remix. In 2004, I went to school for audio engineering and I learned all about recording vocals and instrumentals. But I actually learned how to do it well through the years of being with you all on ccMixter. So I do not have an ideal space to record. It's a room, an office room in a house, right? I am lucky because it's a quiet neighborhood, so that works to my advantage. But beyond that, it's just a room. Ideally, you'd have acoustic panels, you'd have a vocal booth, and all those are awesome if you can do it. But if you can't, I'll tell you how you can still make awesome recordings. So use a pop filter. That's pretty basic, but do it. If you put a pencil here, it helps with the sibilance. It's a fun fact. Okay. And then, just have a decent condenser microphone. Mine is the Audio-Technica AT2020. It's like $100, and I record everything. I record my vocals, ukulele. I'll do, pencil for real, Shaw. I guess you could do a pen if you're not a person who has pencils.
I have to interrupt. Can you show us how that's attached? I have never seen that before in my life, and I do have a pop filter.
Yeah, tape. I just put tape there. Yeah, it's very basic. And get a better pop filter than this. I really could upgrade. But the pencil, it helps. It like splits up the sound a little bit.
Cool. I'm taking notes.
Thank you. That's good. Fun facts, fun tips. Have a decent microphone for sure. Have a decent phantom power preamp. I use the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. It comes with a really decent preamp. The desk that I use has like a little enclosed space for a computer. So I've got my computer back there, and I use a foam exercise mat pressed against it that I hold with my leg. And then it keeps that hum, the computer hum. It takes care of that. So my point is, do whatever you can to make your space as quiet as possible. So I use Reaper as a DAW. I have a theory, like it doesn't matter what you use to record, it just matters that you can use what you record. And when I record anything, I do multiple takes, like at least 5 vocal takes. And then I'll cut the best sections and make a composite track or a comp track. I also record about 20 seconds at the beginning or end of the room space, and that's for my next step. Once I have that track, I export it and then I import it into Isotope RX, which I recommend this program for like everyone. It lets you remove any background noise. It's amazing. You can remove mouth sounds and clicks, pretty much anything you don't want in the track. So if you do not have an ideal space, it really is worth it. The Elements version is a good place to start. It's usually about $50 on sale. It's like 30. And then there's a standard and advanced options, which really do mind-blowing things. Totally worth it. After the vocal track is cleaned, I drop it back into Reaper, and then I use Melodyne for pitch correction. It's another program I highly, highly, highly recommend. I've got the Essentials base level version, and it works great. So I really go syllable by syllable to get the best sound. And I have found that sometimes when you do pitch correction, it will just sound off and you'll be like, no, my original sound was best. So I still have my original file before I do pitch correction. So I can always go back to that original, because sometimes even if it's a little off, it's still better. So that's like kind of like a little bit of a trick there. So the whole point with Melodyne and pitch correction is it's just so important to make your vocals as on pitch as possible to make it easier to remix. Because for the remixers in the room and watching, it's like, it's hard if you have to struggle with the vocal part to make it ideal. I don't know, any questions about that part of the process? Or...
Hey, Kara, maybe after we get this on the channel, you could add in the description some of those things you know, the
Yeah.
mix of Isotope and Melodyne.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
I
be
can
great.
totally do that.
Because
Yeah, I'll put some
I am
links.
learning from this and I'm like, oh,
Oh
great.
my gosh, I'm excited. I'm like, we need a regular live stream where we just talk shop and people, all these brilliant producers and composers, like just.
And the pencil? Wait, how come
Yeah.
I've never heard that?
You've
Yeah.
never seen that either, have you, Emily?
No, no.
I learned that when I went to school, so I learned at least one thing that persevered.
I definitely
I
have
always wanted to
siblings.
go to school.
Yeah, school can be cool.
Yeah, siblings can be like, it's a pretty big issue for me. And also that computer hum.
Yeah,
And I have a root cellar right outside my window. And so that's a problem. So
yeah.
yeah, sometimes it's really difficult to deal with the extemporaneous sound.
But like I said, if you record your room sound before and after, and I know we've talked about this before, Emily.
Yeah.
It's like, because then with the program you can actually capture that sound, and then you can remove it from the track, and it's really mind blowing what you can remove. And sometimes you can make it too clean, but yeah, I don't know. I get really into that part of the process.
Cool. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do Q&A if anyone has questions for Kara, but I think you picked a song as well. You got some lyrics you want to highlight that you liked a lot?
Yeah. Okay, so the song I'd like to share has some of the lyrics that are probably some of the favorite that I've personally written. We were doing ccMixter's Ride the Wave Remix Event featuring Blue Wave Theory, and their surfer rock like made me want to write a song about surfing. I mean, pretty obvious there, but I've never surfed. So, I know nothing about this. And that's why the projects are fun. It's like you jump into things that you have no clue about. So I searched for surfer slang, and I found this awesome page that had all this slang, and I'm just like scrolling through it. And then I landed on this term hanging 11, which of course I had no idea what the heck this meant, but I had my theme, because how can you not write a song about a nude surfer? So that's,
Oh, 11. Now I get it.
yeah, hey. So there we go. Yeah.
Have we got it? Who's running the song?
I got
the
it.
sound?
You
I'm
got-
ready.
thank you,
I'm
thank
ready
you.
to rock.
Awesome. Thank you.
Literally. Here we go. On the Edge, remixed by Wise Men, featuring Javelinus, Sackjo 22, Ezra Skull, Kara Square, The Concept of Energy, and of course, Blue Wave Theory, and Ed picked by Apoxode. Did I get that right, Kara?
No, that's the wrong song, but I think
Oh,
sorry.
my pick. Oh, wait, that's Susan's. Oh, God. Okay, sorry, Susan. Here it is. I'm getting hanging.
You got it.
Sorry, now you know. Sorry, Susan, I blew it for you. Kara
Spoiler
Square
alert.
featuring Blue Wave Theory. Ed picked by Texas Radio Fish. Whoopsie, sorry about that. Now you know what's coming. All right, hang back. I mean, some of us can only hang 10. So enjoy.
Throw on your boardies and grab your board. Short board, long board, fish board, fuck. The waves are cranking, it's time to charge. Let the gnarly waves run their course. Hey, loose on the party waves. Let's take over the other way. Hey, loose on the party waves. Most take tip. Keep hanging even. Don't be clucked by the cleanup set. The overhead pumping surf. Getting work is part of the fun. White House donuts, Muller, rip. Hanging loose on the party way. Let's take things over the other way. Hanging loose on the party way. Most hectic. He's hanging even. He's freaking out the bass. The grooves are all confused. The boogies have a garbage view. He's scared off all the bass. The Barney's gonna skew. Boogie boarders have a challenge you. Anyone got some extra gear?
gosh, so good. All right, that was hanging 11. I don't know what to say about that. It's so good.
She's hanging 12. I didn't think about that. Of course. I love the
Yeah.
way you say 11. It's so styled.
Yep, that's like the mosquitoes song that I mentioned before. It was kind of Kara's got like a very nice sense of humor that runs through very clever lyrics as well. When I heard the mosquito song, kind of felt like a They Might Be Giants, one of their song of the day things or something like that. And They Might Be Giants has always been one of my favorite songwriting teams, for sure, largely because of the great lyrics. More story time with mwic. Early on, again in my ccMixter participation, I ran across a song and I favorited it like you always do. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, favorites just doesn't quite cut it for how good this one is. And I had to create a special playlist that I think it still only has this song in it. It's called like, no, seriously, dude, favorites. Like these are the actual favorites. And the one that was The Right Voice by Sackjoe22, who is up next in our meeting. And I'm going to cut to her now since I just embarrassed her.
Wow. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Cece, as somebody who loves to sing, but who isn't a great singer, and who loves to write and share what I've written, ccMixter has been an incredible space. As Emily said, as somebody who shares my voice, to see where it's gone in the world is extraordinary. And the first times I got remixed, it was so exciting. I have to sit on my hands because I'm like, ooh. Just to hear how creative people could be with my voice and my words. I have shared a lot of melodic vocals and spoken word, but the spoken word that I've shared has become something else entirely. Something about the ease with which people can play with you when there isn't a melody helps that, right? So for people who might be melodically challenged or rhythmically challenged, being able to have a voice that can easily be dropped into a mix and moved around is a gift to remixers, right? When I get a secret mixter and it's somebody who does not sing a melody, I'm so relieved because of my own limitations as an artist and as a producer, as an instrumentalist. And we all talk and we all have something to say. And most people who are sharing their work in spaces like this want to be heard. And so spoken word and recording and sharing a spoken word is a really easy way to play. You get to play along and be part of all of this without having to be a great singer. I was asked also to comment on not why, but how I use spoken word and harmonies. So harmonizing is another one of the things I fall back on as a limited vocalist. Somewhere in my mind, it's like if there's 3 voices singing, maybe what's off might not be so apparent. And there's something about harmonies in particular. I really like it when everybody harmonizes together, like what we did on Auld Lang Syne at the beginning of the year. That was spectacular. Or I can think of mixes where people have taken my spoken word and added harmonies, like Ditto Ditto did that with Freedom in My Voice, where he created a whole melody around my spoken word. And I think of some of my favorite artists who have inspired me, some are great singers. Some Some are not great singers, but they're all great writers who use harmonies. And I'm thinking specifically of Joni Mitchell. She's a great singer and a great writer who uses harmonies. And then I think of Leonard Cohen, who is a limited singer, but he always has those women in the background with those harmonies. And so he's actually a huge influence on my work, especially when I'm feeling like my voice isn't accessible to me. So that's why I will often have a spoken word with the harmonies. Also in my my mixing process is very organic. And I work a lot with the beds of music that are created by the musicians and the producers at ccMixter. And sometimes I'll take the entire instrumental and I'll have a spoken word, and it's the harmonies that help start creating a song structure. So they help me discover where the chorus might be or where the refrain might be. So they're just another element in my process that helps me give structure to the piece that I'm working on. The words, gosh, the words are magic, right? Sometimes they come like a lightning bolt. Like the White Cube, that poem was a lightning bolt poem. And that was actually inspired by a really playful conversation I had with another mixter in the chats, in the comments. We were having a comment conversation on another track, and it turned into this whole conversation about the winter dark in the northern regions. And that was with Rolf, who is known as Air Lomeg. And he was the one who helped us start the White Cube project, because he was connected with the Ram Gallery in Oslo, where this project was starting. And I think he also had a relationship with Gerdenark. And so it was just in this really playful banter on ccMixter that this whole project was incepted. I wrote the White Cube in like 5 minutes. I just sat down and the words just came. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it takes some digesting on a theme, and the words come over time as the images and the feelings and the language filters together. So sometimes it might take pages and pages in a notebook, multiple drafts. I tend to write by hand, and then I will write on the computer, but I tend to start by my writing in my book. And I'm very grateful that I'm so easily inspired, right? I could look outside and it inspires me. Other people's words inspire me. My dreams inspire me. My esoteric practice inspires me. Having someone else suggest a theme is helpful, right? All of our remix events are really helpful for directing inspiration. And it's so sweet that now we're doing the Songbirds Remix Event. And I want to add that a part of this is not just our voices, but the voices of birds and other field recordings, because that's something that we play with at ccMixter, right? We did the Whale Songs event where we had the whale songs, and you will often find birds and other field recordings in our pieces. I know Emily has shared field recordings and Kara has, and for this event, I just uploaded on MixterPlus, you'll find desert nightingales that I recorded in the parking lot of the Vagabond Inn in Palm Springs. It's the kind of place where the rooms don't have windows that open. You have to keep the door ajar to get fresh air. And I had come back and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I had to open the door. And there were these beautiful birds, and they were so loud. I went outside and, at night, and walked across the parking lot and stood there and recorded them on my iPhone, and Kara cleaned them up. So they're there on MixterPlus for everybody to play with as well. I think that is my share for the day. I have so many favorite mixes.
Well, we have no idea which one you're about to share. We
Well,
promise we.
Yeah, there was a preview. I'm going to share this one because it's recent, called On the Edge. And I'm sharing that one because it's a fairly recent remix. And I picked that one, one, because it's fairly recent. Two, because I love it when I get mixed up with a lot of other people. And this track mixes me up with Kara and Concept of Energy and Javolinus and Haskell, Ezra Skull, who happens to be my spouse, my partner in crime. And I also, it has a groove. So I'm sure most of you know that about me, that I like things that are groovy. And it's fun. I like fun and playful. And what better for a Sunday morning than something upbeat, like On the Edge by Wiseman.
I think we should. You got it, Emily?
Yeah, sorry about the blowing the secret here.
We're just gonna edit it
not
out of
a
the video.
secret.
It never happened.
Okay.
We got a memory hole we can put it in.
Yeah, I'm going to share now. I've already done it once, so I will not say it again. Here we go, On the Edge.
There's progress to be made. 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 Use your head and neck and eyes to surmise where you've been and what you're headed toward. Crossing.
Slick, very cool. That was about a year old. Just remembered we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of MixterPlus, which I think began existing in like late April. So there you go. You guys sticking it out with us for a full year. Let's see where it goes next. And now we've got a guy who needs no introduction. What was your name again? Jason Brock. Jason Brock's going to jump in. Sometimes he has issues connecting, but we'll give him 1 second, and I bet he'll do his bit. What you got to say, Jason?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, good. I'm good. How are you?
Rockin', rollin'.
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Where are you? You look like you're in a cave.
Getting breakfast. got some hash browns, got some eggs. It's been a pleasure to listen to all of that commentary. It's amazing that you still find out things about people after all of the years of working together. I did not know that Hanging 11 was Hanging 11 or Hanging 12 was Hanging 12. And I remixed that song, and I'm a surfer. And then the pencil trick is awesome. And just hearing about everyone's process has been incredible. What to say? I think my focus, I think to kind of lean into a little bit about what Susan was saying about spoken word. I particularly really love spoken word in terms of remixing because he said it's there's less of a limit. There's more ability to be able to like create with it. I guess in terms of like playing guitar or playing music in general, less is more sometimes. There's beauty in melody and layering and counterpoint and all that, but it's also restrictive. As a guitar player, I know that when I'm just playing with a drum player and a bass player, I have all the room in the world. I can play sour notes, I can play major, I can play minor, I can go anywhere I want with a relative ease because there's nothing in the space to compete with. I don't have to match up necessarily. So the beauty of spoken word, I think, really leans in that direction because the strength is in the content of the lyric. It's also in the voice. I mean, we've a rich voice, well-produced voice is obviously better. But that's the reason why I picked. A lot of times when I go to remix, I lean into spoken a little bit more than most, just because I can cut it up, I can put it into a track pretty easily. And then, so that's the reason why I picked Colin for my favorite, I guess, lyricist. And the remix that I picked was from Dokashitiru. Oh, the other thing I really like about spoken word is it allows for commentary. I think like we've done several remix projects over the years that were based on more like current topics. Larry Lessig, for instance, I mean, he's not a musician. He in a lot of ways he's the founder of Creative Commons. The reason why ccMixter came into being in a lot of ways roots back to him and the group of attorneys that pushed for Creative Commons licensing. And he's all over the remix event that did Strikers, right? So spoken word also allows for that sense of like, and also remixing and collaboration at the level that we collaborate allows for really quick and insightful sort of commentary that is both relevant to our culture now and also musical. So it tells a story with music, and it also allows people to voice their opinions and give different perspectives on things. So yeah, I would say like the Root Strikers remix event and the album that we put out, all of those tracks were like definitely in my favorites list. And then also I was going to talk a little bit about Victor and Four Stones and the memoir. I put the link in the chat. Definitely a great read for anyone interested in the deeper sort of perspectives of Victor on the building of why ccMixter. It's a great read. It's funny, it's insightful, and it's deep. And it's downloadable. It's on Internet Archive. I was going to talk, just wanted to point out a couple of my favorite sections, which is 2.1 called On Composing. where he talks about how we write, what we've been talking about all morning or all night or wherever you are on the planet, about the process of writing, how we write, how we create, and how flexible and also what do you call it? How flexible and how intense it can get, the writing process. So that's a great read. And then as I was listening to the conversation this morning, I was kind of scrolling through this, and I scrolled down to another section. It's on. Let's see. Where is it? Oh no, I can't find it. Defending the art form. It's section 2.6.2. And it just blew my mind because it's totally relevant to the Songbirds thing. He talks about, I'll just read it real quick. Sitting cross-legged in the tall weeds of the Serengeti, out of sight of their prey, exactly 15,493 years ago, two young hunters, Ga and Kay, were busy whittling out the inside of their long reeds. They planned to use these hollow reeds as blow darts to bring down the elusive three-legged desert fowl they could already taste. Ka's reed had a small deformity, a perforation to be precise, so when he blew into it to test the airflow, it made a small whistling sound that startled the both of them. Kay was visibly annoyed at the interruption, but Ga was intrigued, so he blew it again. On the second blow, he could feel the vibrations coming from the perforation. He blew it yet again, this time covering the hole with his index finger, and to his amazement, the whistle was still there, but it was different sound with a lower vibration. Ga was downright ebullient, I don't even know what that word means, as he blew again and again, covering and uncovering the hole, controlling the reeds whistling. Finally, he turned to Kay and said, "You know, this sounds like the birds of the bent branch trees. I think we'll use it in the next festival of rock." Can you, like, I mean, the synchronicity of that is amazing to me anyway. So, here we are launching Songbirds, reading the memoir that one of the founders, major founders of ccMixter wrote. And so there's a deepness to this process that we're all experiencing. Sometimes it seems just like, like why, what, and writing music, I feel like sometimes I just like drop my guitar and I'm like, why am I a musician? Why am I putting myself through this? Right? But there's this other part of it where you're like, oh my God, like you listen to something that you did 10 years ago or 12 years, or you don't know where this stuff is going. And we don't know where all of this is going to end up, but we're having fun doing it. We're collaborating, we're sharing, we're pushing the limit of creating art. And yeah, so I love it. I love you guys. And that's all I got to say. So my track is Dokasha Tiro. It's called 2025, and it's based on lyrics that Colin Mulcher wrote and spoken word about the times around 2008.
Great. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. And we've got it queued up and we are ready. Let's have a listen.
Markets are starting to question themselves, the bloggers exposing our blisters. It's the everyday words of everyday people, shifting the tone of televised speeches. When we look beyond our next meal, our next post, the everyday choices of everyday people are facing the storms and curing diseases. already arrived. It's 2025. 2020, 2025, 2025.
All right, I'm awake now. You got me. Very cool, Jason. Excellent choice, of course. I'm going to assume you're not waiting to say more things, and we're going to move on. If I'm wrong about that, just chime on in and unmute yourself. Yeah, it was very cool. Emily, can you put that back on screen? Actually, I wanted to draw attention to something on that mix, because down there in the lower right corner of that page, this thing has been used in what, 12 videos? These are our trackbacks. Well, some of those are trackbacks, some of those are just remixes, but that's crazy. I was trying to figure out, you know what it is? It's so topical and everything. And I guess 2008 was the election year. I bet this was used in a lot of like political videos and things like that, would be my guess. Which is good timing, because guess what? It's an election year again. It's almost 2025, in fact, as someone I think pointed out in the chat just a bit ago. Anyway, yeah. We do want the videos being made, of course, all those people who play with that sort of thing. Track back your videos when you remix stuff at MixterPlus or ccMixter. We've got trackbacks working pretty well now. We had some glitches with those a while back, but I think they're working well, and we have workarounds. So definitely make videos and tell us about them so we can link them. All right, yeah, Dokasha Teru, I have not. Gosh, I kind of miss him. He's like, hasn't been around in several years. People sometimes like disappear for a little while, and then they'll pop up again randomly 5 years later and stuff. I remember Dokasha Teru always had like a really cool, groovy, high-tech production style, very precise, mathematical, but not quite as precise and mathematical as our next speaker, Mr. Apoxode. Darren, have you got something to say?
Okay, now I do. I'm unmuted. Yo, it's your boy Apoxode here. Like and subscribe, smash that donate button. All right. Not all of us are singer-songwriters, but we still write lyrics. I write lyrics. I haven't shared very many. I've put up some. It's like I did a one for Gift Day. It's kind of silly, but it's like trying to find the happy medium between season fatigue and specific denominations celebrating Christmas and what have you. So I was like, okay, let's get to the nitty gritty of what this is all about, and it's about gift cards. So anyway, that was one of the songs that I put up, but I can't sing for crap. I just haven't practiced hard enough and stuck with my range, and that's my deal. But there are a lot of people that inspire me with their words, especially the things that they mean. When I first came here, I was like super stoked to be a part of this group because I kept finding awesome stuff. It was like, what's the word for it? Serendipitous. That I would start on a track and then find something that perfectly fit into it. And one of those tracks was by Kara Square. And she wrote a song called The Narrator that made me go, whoa, who is Kara Square? This is awesome. And like, wow, ccMixter is pretty fantastic, which it still is, by the way. And the reason why I was into The Narrator was because it's very metatextual, and it isn't necessarily just about like stage or about stories, but just about the voice of whatever it is. And in this case, it was a song. And so I heard that, I was like, oh, Kara Square is so awesome, because it goes out there. It's not just her singing about something. Like, she just goes full on. It's, anyways, if you heard it, you know what I was talking about. And that inspired me to remix it. And there's also one more that I want to talk about. And one of the things that I look for when I make like breakbeat tracks is like good rap hooks, because rap hooks become strong for their rhythm and their bass. They're usually perfect, and they blend with breakbeats, especially when they're sped up. And one that stood out immediately was by ccMixter, 2 turntables and a microphone. He's channeling Rakim. I don't know if y'all remember Rakim. Rakim was one of my favorite MCs, like in the 80s, along with Chuck D and KRS-One. And I could sit here for half an hour telling about how many awesome MCs there were in the 80s. But he
well, I know the phrase from Beck's song, "Where It's At." Was he
where
the
it's
DJ?
at.
Was he the DJ for Beck? That was 2 turntables and a microphone, right?
No.
No.
This is before your time. This is the 80s. Rakim had like a lot of very roots, very how do you say it? Like, not basic as in basic, but universal. And he didn't swear. It was just very, they're strong on their own, just a great writer. So a lot of his a cappella bites that people used, obviously illegal to do on ccMixter. So then ccMixter came in and he solved that problem. He kind of channels Rakim. So a lot of those vocals I was able to grab and throw into some mixes. And so I'm not saying that he's the only person that sampled, but when I first came here, he stood out because, like, oh my God, they've got great rappers too. So that was exciting about that. So those are like just 2 examples of 1,000 at least, or 60,000. I think that's where we're at now, of things that inspire my work and help me out. And this is going to sound like a dingus move, but I didn't know there were other remixes of The Narrator. So for the longest time, the only one that I've quote unquote like it was my favorite was mine. I don't know if that's like a little too self-aggrandizing to play the mix or not. I'm going to leave that up to you.
I bet it was pretty good.
I don't have that one queued up, Darren. I do have 2 turntables and a microphone ready.
Oh, let's do that. Hell yeah.
We do have an actual rap song coming later too. I have a rap song in my segment that I chose.
Hell yeah. Do ccMixter. That's awesome.
I thought you had The Narrator on screen a second ago.
That's the PEL.
Oh.
Which is also awesome, by the way.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Let's play Oh, is this the
This is a Pell too.
this is the Pell. Do you know which mix you wanted to do?
Good.
Oh, it was Jay Lang's? No.
No,
Yours?
he wanted to play the narrator. I think he just wanted to say something about
Oh, no,
ccMixter.
we talked earlier. He wanted to play this.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Hey, Dan, are you taking notes from Taylor Swift? Because didn't she promote her new like single at the Grammys or something like that, right? When she got an award.
Is this the
Yeah.
one?
Oh no. Let's see. Oh wow, probably. I think that it has in there, but it has so much stuff. It gets kind of lost in the mix. I did not prepare correctly for this.
Oh,
I apologize.
no worries. Oh, yeah, you remixed it 3 times.
Yeah. I was busy beaver.
Yeah. Well, should we try this one? It has Shaw, so she's here. So why don't we do this one?
Oh yeah, we could do that. Right on.
Okay, here we go. Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. We are expecting some turbulence. Thank you.
That's lovely, nice.
You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna pull me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, I made it through it, I doubt. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause you ain't gonna stop my shine. Cause you wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever.
Me gusta.
Turbulence.
You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. I made it through it, I doubt. I made it through it, I doubt. I made it through it, I doubt. I made it through it, I doubt.
Clever. Clever.
You wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, see how far I make it. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, I made it through it, I doubt. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause you ain't gonna stop my shine. Cause you wanna put me down, but you should do better. I made it through it, I doubt, I made it through it, I doubt. You wanna put me down, but you should do better. You ain't gonna stop my shine, cause I move more clever.
Me gusta.
More clever. Now I slam it when I'm done to discourage some lows. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. What you doing ain't rhyming while you wasting my time. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. Now I slam it when I'm done like nobody else did. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. What you doing ain't rhyming while you wasting my time. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. Now I slam it when I'm done to discourage some lows. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. What you doing ain't rhyming while you wasting my time. Couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. Now I slam it when I'm done like nobody else did.
Turbulence.
More clever. More clever.
Whoa, me gusta indeed. Pretty cool, Darren. Thank you.
So
have
clever.
have you considered trying the decaf? Maybe sometime. Now, do not change. Be exactly as you are now. I promise you. Yeah, pretty upbeat there. Everyone was getting jiggy in the Zoom chat here. Only people who weren't were the ones who have still pictures instead of video on. And so, yeah, very effective. Yeah, cool. Even a little snippet of lyrics can go a long way in the hands of our community. Am I right? Guess who's up next? It's me. Now that we know what we're doing and a little bit of why, I will get into the how by sharing my screen and showing you how you upload your lyrics at MixterPlus. Da-da-da. Is it visible? Confirm or deny? Sorry. Emily hates looking at herself when I do that. We're good? All right. So first thing you might notice is a new banner up here at the top. Instead of just the MixterPlus gradient and logo, we've got a rotating banner that'll have fairly interesting stuff in it, we hope, most of the time. One of them, banner is pausable. There's a little pause button if you need extra time to read what's in a certain panel of the banner. Just pause and resume at will. New features, artist page. I think everyone's already seen, but this is what it looks like. Your artist page is just a playlist of your tracks, and we have this cool thing that not enough of you have taken advantage of, which is drawing your own cool banner image. So you would use these paintbrush tools and stuff to customize your artist page. That's a new feature. Submit lyrics we'll talk about in just a minute. The tag browser, I think everyone's seen, but I'll show you real quick. You do MixterPlus/tag/whatever tag you're interested in, like piano, and you get the results here. These are tracks and stems that match. So the stems are searched. We talked about this a while ago. And when you click in here, you get a waveform. Eventually, loading. Ta-da. So yeah, this is playable. I'm not showing my sound, but this is playable, and this is how you can find things by tag. So that's nice. And page 2 is link. Oops. Page 2 is latest video from the MixterPlus YouTube channel, which you should all, of course, go to and subscribe. So it's just our latest video there, and this is just another link to the channel. Yeah, you do have to, if you want to listen to this here, you have to pause the banner, because if it changes banners while you're listening, it'll stop playing the song. And then page 3 is our Songbirds event banner with a link to the forum thread, which you can read, or you can start uploading lyrics. And here's where you go when you do that. This is the lyric submission sort of guidelines. These are recently submitted. The admins got early access to this a couple days ago, so we've gone ahead and put some lyrics in there for you to peruse. And yeah, here's how you add your lyrics. If it's untitled, you can just describe it. This is a song. I don't know. You don't have to come up with the title. This is just going to be considered a little headline or description of your thing. For example, mine was a chorus for a song I'm working on. So I just put the chorus for the song in there as a request. Tags. These are our main lyric tags. So you click these tags and it adds them. So those are nice for reasons we'll see in just a minute. If you want, you can refer to another upload of yours. So if you upload a stem, you've got a piano part for your lyric, but you don't want to sing it, you could upload a piano part using our regular add samples and stems page. And then you would put its ID number right in this box so that people could refer to it. And then, yeah, you just paste whatever you want. It doesn't have to be just the lyrics. You can say, I was, thinking about trees and blah, 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 right? So just go ahead and write your essay, paste your lyrics, put them all in here, and then submit it. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing to upload. It's just text-based lyrics and lyrics requests. These are called collaboration requests in the system because we're going to have different types of collaboration requests coming later. So yeah, this is all text-based. And the full library of everything that's submitted can be viewed here. And this is all tag-based. This is why we like to add tags, because these are all just sort of shelves in the library based on the tags that you attach to it. Any questions so far? Somebody else look at the chat and tell me if there are questions. Just unmute yourself and chime in if someone asks a question.
Good so far.
Okay. Yeah, so these are the pop rock dance ones submitted. Mine could be considered folk, which yeah, sure. I had Bob Dylan in mind. So yeah, you would look at it this way. And there's the full description of what I was thinking of, some little notes, and then there's the chorus lyrics that appear just right over there. A good thing to do if you're interested in the lyric and want to use it is to go ahead and hit the bookmark this lyric. Or you can add a comment if you have questions about the lyric, but when you bookmark it, it appears in your dashboard. If you don't know, the dashboard is linked up here at the logo, and we have a new link on the side nav, which is your dashboard. So things you've bookmarked, including other people's lyrics, appear in your library on the dashboard page. So I bookmarked Kara's Eye to Eye lyric. So clicking that will take me to hers. This is hers. These are some test comments. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, this is kind of cool when I'll show you the thing that how do you get here? Upload. This navigation has also changed. So upload now expands into upload mix, upload stems, or upload lyrics. The upload lyrics page brings you to where we are right here. And in the recent submitted lyrics, we get this cool fun effect where you click on things and they sort of pop up here and they look like handwritten lyrics. So that's kind of fun. The bookmark is also here. So yeah, essentially, if you're interested in the lyrics, you would kind of, start here at this page, get a list of the most recently submitted things. I think it'll list the 10 most recent. When there's more than 10, it'll cut off and you go to the full library. Yeah, so there's a couple different formats for this, but it's the same lyric anyway. So that's fun. That's how it works. Nothing else really. Read over these lyric submission guidelines. You can see sometimes people are okay with their lyrics being changed, modified, or added to. Sometimes they're not. If you're picky about that or super open about that, make sure people know. I'm asking for the time being, maybe just 1 or 2 open requests at a time. We're not going to put a formal limit as to how many you can put in here, because I think we'll just be polite and nobody will just flood the system with 100 of these. But yeah, maybe just 1 or 2 at a time. When someone bookmarks you or remixes you and stuff, they'll probably feel free to add another one. And always make sure you have an external backup copy. Do not write the first and only draft of your lyrics in this little box, because who knows, we have network issue or just for whatever reason it fails to save. You do not want to lose any of your work. So just paste this in from somewhere else, plain text. We don't need a big formatted web page with underlines and bullet points and bold and all that. We just need plain text lyrics so that it'll show up easily and process quickly. And that's all I'm going to say about it right now. So I will stop sharing screen and open up the floor. Who's got an idea to improve this? Or
well, before we get into that, Matt, about improving, because can we all just give Matt a huge virtual round of applause?
No. This again.
Well, that's what happens when you're building nonstop. I mean, this is really exciting new feature, Matt, and what I think is going to encourage more of what Kara mentioned earlier with that when Admiral Bob covered her song. I'd love to hear Shaw read my lyrics, my poem, or Darren or Heiko. or translate it into a different language, or I just think it kind of plants that seed of more possibility, and the way you've architected it is beautiful. Yo, that would be an amazing shot. I would love to hear it in Filipino.
Oh, so good.
And it just opens just another level of collaboration between us all, which is what this is all about. So thank you so much, Matt, for all of your hard work on this.
Well, I have to say thank you. You're welcome, of course. I appreciate that. But thank you to you guys, because this, like I said, I'm primarily a writer. I know enough about music to fiddle around and get some things done from time to time, but I'm definitely not like a producer. This is the feature for me, in my opinion, because I have like stacks and stacks of lyrics that I'm kind of proud of in some cases. And this is going to be something that I definitely use to maybe get a little closer to some of you guys. Oh, look at this. Can we all just appreciate the cat?
She was crying at the door. She wanted to be in the live stream. She wants to be in the Songbirds event.
Song cats.
Song cats.
All right.
I can imagine why she wants to be in the Songbirds event.
Exactly.
I smell mischief afoot.
Indeed.
All right. I'm checking my notes to see if there's anything I did not go over. No, nothing too important. Yeah, the nav did change a little bit, so everyone go ahead and click around on the new nav and get familiar with it, because there's just a couple things that moved. We basically tried to free up some space on that left side, so we consolidated the past events into a single tab and stuff like that. So, and yeah, we made the upload thing, expandable, collapsible thing, depending on what you want to upload. So it should be pretty intuitive, but as always, you probably have the bug report. It's on the left nav as well. Submit bugs and stuff in there, and we'll try to get to them. And we appreciate you all coming through. I've got my song that I appreciated a lot. I'm a huge fan of rap. I think it's one of the most interesting verbal forms of art there is. And I was extremely pleased to find that there are very talented rap lyricists and performers at ccMixter. Donnie Ozone was a big favorite of mine. Project Question was great, but today I picked Old Chucks, which yeah, my kids kind of grew up on this one, because when I found this one, I put it on repeat because this is so good. I love the lyrics in this. So light it up, and I'll mute.
When I was playing earlier this morning, because I was just practicing all the tracks to make sure everything was playing okay, and my husband was like, "What's that?" He was definitely catching.
It's great. I mean, it is like professional tier. It could have easily been a radio hit. Easily.
It's really, really great. And I had picked it. I forgot that I did. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. So here is Old Checks, remixed by Jay Lang, featuring Collab and Forensic.
And lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em, lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement.
When I cop a beat, I make sure it hits hard like Rocky. Knock you off your feet, they constantly try stopping me. Obviously they can't, cause I'm hotter than steamed broccoli. Knocking apart your retards properly. Pump lyrics like arteries, spewing rhymes like I'm vomiting. Don't start with me, I'm a hip-hop anomaly. You just a wannabe, and it's comedy. You gotta be joking, you can't be serious. Period. I oughta be frank with you, honestly, man, you bother. This ain't Monopoly, you can't pay me to be on my property. Just don't talk to me, follow me, man, finally dawn on me. In the league of extraordinary men, I'm like Sean Connery. Rap commodity, hip-hop in every part of me. A cop a CD and it feels like you just won the lottery. Proceed to pop the top off the pop of a man and honor me. And join the population, you colony.
I put on my chucks and lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace 'em, lace 'em. We bang lower than the bass in the basement.
I control conversation through verbal manipulation. Prefer the situation be herbal
and stimulation. Best of my generation's progressive degeneration, but this is just preparation. The best is yet to be tasted. No more time to be wasted. Everyone take your places. Show's about to start. Be seated, don't leave them vacant. Flow so sharp, a razor couldn't replace it. I go so hard, I'm competing even with pavement. Crafty articulation erases all speculation, debating, hating, and waiting for something better than Jason. Ain't Nathan. Ain't shit is on vacation. They anxious and patient. Now that's just tasteless. I'm good, better, best. Never let it rest. Yes. So my good is better, and my better best. I'm headed for the cheddar. Niggas should invest. Check. Who could've said it better? I just said it best. Yep.
I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang more than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang more than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. We bang more than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them, lace them. We bang more than the bass in the basement.
My intention is to grab your attention with every verse that I mention and send your mind into a different dimension. I'm representing for all my people that came from the bottom and had to hustle 24/7 from winter to autumn to get it. I spit it better than most of these veterans. So sick that the doctors can't prescribe no medicine. I'm in full pursuit of these dead presidents. Get on my high, cutty. I grind late night like David Letterman. I'm nocturnal, hotter than the devil with some rocks in his socks on the block, rocking thermals. But at the same time, I'm colder than the chip on your shoulder, Arctic boulder, Russian soldier. I'm colder than a Nova when the engine freeze over. Constantly blowing Doja, you never see me sober. It's in again, I'm better than you ever been. Whatever you spitting gon' come up missing, it's irrelevant.
I put on my chucks and lace them. Still I'm saying, who are you and what are you doing in my garage? When the basement's full of them wannabe superstars, but you won't see me rapping for glamour and camouflage. They rapping to make a million, I'm rapping to make a difference. They clapping in my deliverance, acting my independence, attracting the competition, I'm mad at the comprehension. So I put on my chucks and lace them to get attention, creating a state of tension, awaiting my real intention. It's funny what a little money do to a person. Get in the booth, tell the truth, skip the bullshit cursing. Should you choose to let loose, prove the music is working again. Use it to curtain the man off of the dollars and cents. Cause who knew, not you, be true to yourself and the crew. Man, what else can I do? That's who I'm selling it to. And what's the relevance to? You could try, but you couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. My shoes, my shoes. I put on my chucks and lace them. Beat bang, lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. Beat bang, lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them. Beat bang, lower than the bass in the basement. I put on my chucks and lace them, lace them. Beat bang, lower than the bass in the basement.
Woohoo! Yeah, I bet you can see why I like that one. Okay. We are about to wrap up, actually. It's not a super long meeting this time, about 90 minutes so far. We're going to let Emily talk a little bit more about the details of the event, start and stop times, and things like that. Other than that, all questions should be put in the chat or just raise your hand.
Just give our other folks here, Heiko, Shaw, Michelle, a chance to say something if you feel so inclined. Heiko, you've been on the vid. How are you feeling about this?
Good. So I've been absent from ccMixter for quite a while. A lot of changes in personal life, but I hope to come back slowly. Need to relearn my DAW, and I appreciate your work pretty much. So I love all the stuff you do, and I'm sitting here feeling the whole time like sitting in the VIP area from ccMixter. So appreciate all the work, and with excellent work with the webpage, and maybe I can contribute a bit to your work by getting insights into what's happening under the hood. But that's an off topic.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get your contact info because I'm always looking for help. There's always stuff to do, and so far there's just a couple people who are like on board, like doing it. So it's really like whoever's got any skills they want to chip in, we're absolutely willing to have you come in. I'd kind of like to hear from Michelle if she's not too shy. Is Michelle the new one? Want to say anything?
Oh.
No.
Shaw just unmuted, so let's hear from Shaw. Try Michelle again. Shaw.
Hello, I unmuted by accident. I don't think I pressed it, but hello. I'm currently in London underneath, well, I'm on top of a techno club listening to you all. I'm just grateful to be part of the community. I've been traveling for about like 40 hours now from the Philippines and finally back in the UK. And yeah, I think I love the constant. I love that there are these sessions that where we can kind of check in with each other. I was in two minds about joining, but it's always so fun and to listen to everyone. So thank you for doing this.
All right. Thank you. Looks like Michelle cannot join. She has a technical, actually she doesn't have a mic. She says she can't unmute. If we unmute you, can you talk, Michelle? I guess not. Okay. She might not have a mic hooked up. Anyone else feel like saying something? Harrison's here. Harrison's one of the quiet ones. He probably won't say anything. I think he's on the road, actually. So we won't bother him. All right. Thank you, Shah. It's great to see you and everyone else. I'll let Emily finish up. Go ahead.
Thank you to everyone for being here. Heiko, great to see you again. You know, I look forward to maybe even hearing you on the mic. I know you are a prolific remixer of like Siggy Burns, who first comes to mind. So looking forward to hearing whenever you, that's one thing that's great about ccMixter. I think someone said it earlier. Some people go away for years and then they come back. We try to be that place people can come home to, that musicians can come home to.
Yeah, I wish to make a Christmas album, so probably that would be something. I think I mixed 10 songs already for in the past for Christmas, so maybe the next album, who knows?
Well, we look forward to hearing it. Thank you so much for being here. Shaw, you know, I'm just like one of your biggest fans for sure. Your voice and your production skills continue to grow. And I love the work that you do in your native language in Filipino. We need more of that on ccMixter. Would really love to try to recruit some people to get pells in different languages other than just English. I'm trying to convince some of my friends on Hawaii to share something in Olelo, Hawaii. So we'll see. Michelle, looking forward to getting to know you and your art better. So how this project is going to work is I'm going to look at my notes now so I don't mess up. So forgive me. I'm going to be reading. So for the first 2 weeks, we're going to focus just on lyrics. Now, of course, you can do anything at any time, as we do in all of our events, but we'd really like to try to challenge you to just try writing some lyrics. Honestly, I tried and it was super hard for me because I always write my lyrics and my melodies together. So I have so far failed at that, but I did write a poem. But so just anything that you feel like writing, if it's a paragraph or just a quote, but share just the written part of that. And if it is in a different language than English, please give us the translation if you would, so we can understand the depth and beauty of what you're sharing. So that's the first 2 weeks. So today is March 3rd, so that's till March 17th. But at any time you can record anything else. Then the next 2 weeks would be pells, so the actual singing of the lyrics, samples, because guitars sing and ukulele sing and flutes sing and piano sing. So, you know, they have a voice as well. And then of course, field recordings, like Susan mentioned earlier, the sounds of nature are also songs, songbirds, but also the sound of the wind or the sound of the ocean waves or a flowing stream or a beeping garbage truck, or, you know, like get creative in let's build some of our field recordings libraries. So that'll be the focus for 2 weeks. Then of course, still you can record anything during that time. And then the last 2 weeks will be focused on remixes. So it'll be fun to see how those things all come together during that second period, during the pells recording phase. I really like to encourage us to consider recording someone else's lyrics or incorporating someone else's lyrics into what we create. So if I'm writing a song, maybe my verses come from Kara's verses, but I wrote my own chorus, or if Shaw uploads something, her lyrics become the chorus, something like that. Just so we really increase that collaborative energy that happens between us. And of course, we all know about remixing. So just one thing to keep in mind with MixterPlus, we cannot use any ccMixter content on MixterPlus. We've gone over this every time, but just as a reminder. So MixterPlus is its own standing library that we're working together to solve some of the issues that we've had with attribution, solve with some of the other issues we've had on other platforms. So MixterPlus is just a super clean line between the libraries. So please remember that. And all submissions are always welcome. And we really look forward to hearing your voice, whether it's spoken, sung, written, played by an instrument. It's all about all of our voices together are what make the choir and the band that is ccMixter. Any other questions before we wrap up? Okay.
I don't see any. I think we've got one more track to play as people go about their business.
Yes, so we're gonna close it out with Walk With Me by Zenboy 1955. The vocals are from Mr. Yesterday and guitars from Admiral Bob. And this is on MixterPlus. This was a more recent upload, October 8th, 2023. Just to remind you that there are already some pretty great pells on on MixterPlus that you could also consider covering. So without further ado, we'll close it out with Zenboy 1955. Thank you all for being here. As we say in Hawaii, mahalo nui loa and a hui ho. We'll see you very soon, and we'll see you on the internets. Here we go. Can you see it?
No.
It's weird. I wonder what's going on. Oh, there we go. All right, here we are. Walk with me.
I'm not looking for a lover, though I sure could use a friend, just to share some conversation till our time comes to an end. So walk with me, walk with me, walk with me, with me. We can talk about whatever. Tell me all your sorrows, just complain about the weather. It'll help to pass the time and maybe lighten up the load as our paths lie down together on this quiet stretch of roads. Walk with me, walk with me. You're going east, I'm headed west. And though they must divide till the road forks up ahead, our oppositions coincide. We're entangled at this moment in the Congress of our now. Was it providence or a chance to blame? It doesn't matter how. Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me.
Thank you.
See you all on the internet. I think Emily's in control of the off switch, so go ahead, I guess.
Bye.